Alright guys, today we have an artist who is being called out for likely using AI, and they actually have a PDF, well, not a Google Docie, but a PDF about their behavior and everything that goes along with it. So this is pretty long, so strap in and get ready to listen and draw whatever you do. And please subscribe to my channel. So you go to my Patreon because I put up my slow paints over there, the results. So let's get to it. We're going to start here with Nalu Arts call out post before we go to the document. And it says right here, she has 3,000 followers. And it says, this artist uses AI and scams. I do not condone harassment or bullying. Okay. She was already on my radar since the end of February because of this artwork. Ooh, these teeth though. And the nano banana, I believe. Or, you know, this could be ChatGPT. Please take a close look at the creature's teeth. The teeth are blending into the gums. They are asymmetrical. Overall, the entire image has that typical low-quality look, overly detailed muscles with random dark lines that are trying to imitate the creature's shape. And then it shows this. Oh, that's some AI shit. I had so much fun bringing this cover of The Last Ride to Life. They're always doing book covers, aren't they? Just stupid. She uses a lot of AI for the background and the buildings that make no sense, and the whole dessert shows that there's a lack of understanding of depth. Well, yeah. Oh, damn. Damn, look at this. Look at this right here, guys. The window's just cut off. And you know what? See this right here, this area right here. The way that it's colored kind of makes her ass look real big. So, like, this is her ass. Another example is the entire cast is a mess. The windows are all different. Parts of the structures are melting into each other. And that ginormous chimney on top of the main tower. Beginner artists don't often struggle with perspective, so buildings can easily end up looking crooked by accident. However, the main difference between a beginner architectural work and AI-generated slop is that in the real artwork, elements don't melt into each other. You can usually see the artist's brushstrokes, which reflect human decisions rather than generated artifacts. Oh god, you can already tell. Jesus Christ. God. Okay. The artwork on the right was posted less than 2 months after the one on the left. This is not just a major difference in art style, but it also shows a significant gap in understanding of human anatomy and rendering. I think that the artwork on the right is a representation of the scammer's actual skill level, while the one on the left is generated AI slop. Look at those 3 holes that divert from the center, the necklace, and the rendering style dark lines on top again. Right here, you see it's over here, like if it goes straight up, it just misses. It's not in alignment. Oh, we got more here. It's always that black line, those black lines over hyperrealism shit, right? Typical AI blurring followed by overlaid dark lines to make it look hand-drawn. Seriously, show me an artist who would actually spend time rendering the beard so well only to leave a thick sketch black line running along the jawline. See, it does really waste everyone's time to see it look like this. That kind of inconsistency is a major red flag. This one even got the access to the Photoshop files. The background is definitely AI generated. Oh yeah. You know how you could tell, like usually with cities, is that the windows, they don't look like they're on actual floors. Like making windows is very easy to do in most programs, and AI just can't seem to get it right. And it says, sprinkled with a star brush. Again, these are perspective issues, and the windows are inconsistent in their size. They are not aligned with the oh my god, it's like we're the same person. Me and Nalu we're the same girl. I didn't even read it and I said that. Also, there's huge gaps in the hair rendering between the guys and the female, though some parts of the character art appears to be hand-drawn. God, his hand's fucking huge, bruh. Huge. Well, the thing is the AI scammers can draw a little bit, so they do draw a little bit. Like, they do, like, don't get me wrong. This is effort shit posting, right? To make the money, they have to have the work file. They will do what they can to hide the AI as much as possible because they need it, right? And it's just easier if they can just make the file look good. Because, like, if you could see here, get out of here. If you could see right here, like, this head's kind of like forward, like, whoa, like, this neck needs to come a little bit up. It's a little bit damn. He kind of looks like he's a monster a bit. Like it's a head on top of a creature. Another AI background, it's just blurred this time. Look at the hair, that is probably her real skill. Well, yeah. Oh my god, these dark trace lines kill me. But here's a little reminder of what she claims she can draw. She also, look at the black lines running across the lips, ears, and muscles. Let's talk about her character. She talks of defaming a client of hers because they removed a collab and will probably request the money back because of her AI usage. And here's, these are her screenshots. You probably need a contract for people. Yes, I will mention there. Everything also, and you know what? Author named Rose blocked and removed 6 collabs of us. But they will they requested chargeback. I will defame them. Oh, you know what? Because they grew their account because of my art. Their website has my art. Oh, I bet this person is an Indian scammer. I don't know why I feel that way. I just something about this right here, that it's a man doing the account. You know what? I kind of want to see the account. Hold on. God damn it. She already privated it. Piece of shit. Look. She hid all her shit from me. Damn it. Stupid. Get out of here. Damn it. So the person says, I can't be part of defaming any authors. They're my colleagues. I'm not sure what the answer is to people trying to get their money back from you. You might want to get some advice from other artists, but I think the first time this happened with the author and then you reached out to everyone saying you'd been scammed, and then it fueled the file big time. I think that makes it worse. I was worried at the time when you messaged people that it would make things worse, but I didn't want to overstep. But you've been attacked by a lot of people and I don't want to see you in any more of a shitstorm. I think you have to find a professional way to navigate this, or you're going to have people who believe bad things about you no matter what evidence you provide. That is what happens with internet wars. This is a chat between author Lindsay French on the right and one of her victims. Sorry. This is a chat between Lindsay French on the right in one of her victims and Delilah on the left. Thank you so much for giving me all the advices. I don't focus on anything because I will keep proving myself and keep posting. I don't care how many of them are against me, but I should keep going as I am being honest. Also, I will not defame anyone who is hurting me or anything. I just said that they grew because of me, so they can't do any chargebacks if I'm right. It's like, I won't be part of any defaming, and I don't think it's right the way to handle things. You do what you need to do, but I think that you will only hurt your business. I'll always support my artist's work, but if you decide to get messy with others, then I can't be a part of it. Okay, so just hear me out. Oh, she's got former usernames. Oh, you can't see. Damn it. But this is, I don't know, man. I am feeling that this is an Indian scammer that's actually a dude. I don't know why. I don't know. The way that they talk in these messages just has me feeling that. Anyway, so the person says here that you can defend yourself without defaming somebody. I hope you choose that route so you can get lots of support, and maybe people flee drama and controversy, but they support people who are being bullied. And the person goes, okay. Delilah goes, oh, okay. Hey, I was just angry. That's why maybe I said all about defaming, but defaming anyone is not good. What would be difference between me and them if I were to do the same? I would never defame. You see what I mean? Like that, I know this person is not a native speaker of English. I know this person doesn't speak English natively, but if I had to guess, I would say they're possibly maybe the Philippines, maybe South Asia, but I'm feeling like it's Indian for some reason. Anyway, Lindsay didn't even want to go public with this at first. She was simply happy to convince Delilah to not defame an author. She didn't even ask for her money back at first, just to make sure nothing bad happened to her fellow authors. And keep in mind, Lindsay is a person out over $1,000. However, in the end, Lindsay couldn't continue communicating with Delilah. She blocked her and decided to share the situation publicly. And she says, all I will do is keep posting whips on my page and try to improve. So the consequences of losing trust. I want to bring up a small example, especially because Delilah can technically draw and might stop using AI after this. Who knows, right? Lindsay accidentally pointed out something she thought was also a telltale sign of AI. In fact, it was a 3D model. As an artist who works with 3D models regularly, I recognized it right away. Most non-artists, however, do not. And they start to suspect everything they see from a scammer. I just wanted to highlight how even using AI occasionally can damage an artist's credibility. And literally, I've said that so many times. Like, Sam Does Art said it. He said it where he said, once you dip your hand into the AI pot and then pull it out, you can't go back because everyone's going to be wondering, is that AI? Did you make that with AI? I'm throwing here as a massive side-eye to artists who only use AI here and there. Even occasionally, you can make people doubt all of your work. And it shows this right here. I am also willing to share screenshots I was able to explain. Please stop believing that something on the internet. I am trying to prove I'm not saying I'm using AI. Yes, here I used... Yes, there are some artists who think I use AI, but I am trying to upload maximum whips on my page just to regain my reputations. Also, a side note from me, she, like many AI scammers, tried to reach out to me. Y'all would be surprised how many people try to get my approval. I ignored her, blocked her. I'm not here to entertain their shenanigans or listen to their attempts to convince me that they're a real artist. If you truly have proof, just fucking post it. Ever since the growing number of callouts Delilah has received, she has been trying to get her name cleared by posting longer time lapses and showing herself drawing traditionally. Oh my god, did she do that? Look, you can't see it, but she did the thing where they don't have faces. There is no doubt in my mind that these examples are generally made by her. However, they also highlight a large gap between the level of rendering that she previously claimed that she could achieve and what she is demonstrating here. In my opinion, her actual style does not match the AI-generated images that she posted. Oh yeah, this one doesn't. Neither does this one. I mean, it's not that she can't draw. She clearly can draw. But these are wildly different. This is probably something that she looked at and tried to recreate from AI. This is probably something she just found online that she liked. That's probably just her just drawing on the fly. This is something she probably tried to render herself. And I mean, this actually isn't even that bad. But what she claims that she can do. I'd like to take this... well, I'm going to read this for any authors who might be in my audience, because I know there are some. I'd like to take this opportunity to share a good vetting process for authors and commissioners. Ask 4 to 6 artists with trustworthy reputations to review the artists that you want to work with. Search the artist's name on Google, Reddit, Instagram, Threads to see if there have been any AI-related callouts. If they have changed their name in the past, search their previous names as well. If possible, ask one of the artist's previous clients what the commission process was like. So, what did we learn from all this? Communication is key. Stop commissions altogether would mean that the AI scammers win. Instead, we can fight the epidemic of AI slop by talking to each other. People share information and we need to keep listening. I have an hour-long conversations almost every day discussing whether someone is a scammer or not. Also, if an artist gives someone the green light, it can still be worth asking them to take another look before you commission them. It has happened to me twice that I initially cleared someone only to later revoke that recommendation after finding new evidence. I'm a human and I make mistakes. That's exactly why I recommend asking 4 to 6 artists to check instead of relying on just one opinion. Real artists love to see other artists get work. It gives us hope and we're happy to see each other succeed. I truly believe a creative community can thrive if we keep educating each other, communicating openly, and sharing what we know. I do not do these kinds of posts to discourage working with us artists. I do it for educational purposes, and that's kind of me too. I feel, you know what, I'm gonna go here first. Part of the reason why I started my channel was because I feel that to be anti-AI, sometimes you have to know what AI can do and what it can't do, right? And I feel like I don't mind being that person that will go look up something, go learn how to do something, and then report back to my audience. Because, like, I feel like if it hadn't been for me, you guys would have never known about the AI speed paints, even though it's like a super small thing. Because if you guys can go out into the world and then you go to a place selling brushes and then you see an AI speed paint, you like not a speed paint done by an AI tracer, but an AI speed paint done with AI. And then you go out to the world and then you go and look and you're like, oh, that's exactly what Nimis said. And then you could take that with you. That's really all that, part of the reason that I want from this channel is that you guys can come here, get what you want, and then when you leave, you are either smarter, have a more understanding of something or another. Like I have a few video essays that I'm working on, and they're all mostly to expose things that I feel that artists needs to know, especially ones who are anti-AI, because I feel like to know how people scam and deceive people and lie, I feel like you have to know. It's like studying your enemy type thing. And I don't mind studying the enemy because, like another example is that I think it was last year. Do you guys remember when they were doing the Ghibli trend through ChatGPT? That is what the first time I noticed that AI can do backgrounds with minimal errors, right? Where you can take a picture, then go, hey, can you change this into this style? And then it'll do it. And that hadn't been done before, but I had been checking that for like a year prior, where I'd be like, okay, can AI do it now? Can AI do it now? Can AI do it now? And then when it can do it then, literally not even a month after it could do it, I started seeing webtoons pop up that had the ChatGPT backgrounds with the characters drawn over top of them. So that's kind of I mean, Nala wants to help because she doesn't want people to get scammed. I don't want people to get scammed. And I also want, even though, I like to play around, I just want people to be educated at the end of the day, even though you guys come here to see me, give people some shit. All right, so here we go with this document. And it says, so Delilah likes to threaten authors. It says, I should sleep, but I honestly am going to say this. I have already shared about how Delilah used AI on my art, along with other authors' work. I shared my plan for moving forward. I wanted to leave it there, but then she sent the screenshot to me. And according to the message, I filed a chargeback to recover the money I paid. They would defame me so bad. I filed the charge back anyway. What hurts the most isn't even a threat. It's knowing that this came from someone who knew what was going on in my life. They knew I'd been wrongly terminated from my job just 2 months before my debut release. They knew how terrified I was about everything. They knew how much I trusted them. And yet, after everything that's happened, this was their response. Okay, I have one thing to say. I'm fairly certain that the person behind that account is an Indian man. I don't know fully why, but there is this thing that they have a problem with. When I saw the defaming thing, so have you guys ever watched Kit Boga? So Kit Boga is a guy who trolls scammers. And if you've watched enough of his videos, the moment they feel like they've been slighted, they want to go at you super hard. And this happens on other places. If you look enough, you see that basically the moment you get an Indian scammer angry and they feel like that you slighted or you caught them, they flip a switch and they want to go after you because it's like their machismo. I don't know how else I don't know what the word would be to translate Latinos being like super hot and masculine and shit to how Indians do it, but in like Latinos, it would be the machismo, okay? And this is a reaction to this. Now, I'm not saying, I don't want to hear nobody in the comments being all Indian people, okay? I know. I'm saying these specific types of people who are the Indian scammer types who will literally do anything to take advantage of people, okay? They will literally do anything. They will hear you out. They will let you talk about how your mother is dying, and then they will literally sit and scam you because they have no heart. This is the type of behavior that they show. So that is why I believe that this is a man pretending to be a woman, because it is easier for people to be taken in by a woman being nice. It was the same thing with the V scammers. It was in Indonesia, and it was mostly men fronting and pretending to be women because women are easily accepted as being less harmful than men, like less likely to scam. So just be careful, just be careful. if it's a woman, and just be careful. You know what I mean? Like, just be careful. Anyway, for weeks I'd been trying to pick up the pieces. I'm still working to commission. I'm still working to get a commission replacement artwork while fighting my anxiety that I'll end up in the same situation again. It's been exhausting. I'm kind of in a flare up, and on top of that, I ended up with strep throat. I should have been celebrating my debut Portal Romantasy being out for a full month, not dealing with this. No author should have to wonder whether they're going to be lied to, manipulated, or intimidated for simply trying to protect their work and integrity. This screenshot isn't even being shared for drama. It's being shared because silence only protects the people who rely on it. And I'm done being a liar. I'm done cowering to a liar. I'm done being afraid of what a bigger account could do to me. Listen, tiny newborn baby accounts that have been doing your own thing, and you're just trying to put out your book, or you're trying to start your art, and you're afraid of calling out somebody for using AI. Come to me. I'll help you. I'll do it. I don't care. I literally listen. I still follow Ross Draws. And I called him out last year. He's got like 2 million subscribers. I give no shits if people want to come shit on me in the comments. I don't care. And I'll keep you anonymous. Anyway, I'm going to keep writing my books. I'm going to keep replacing the artwork. And I'm going to keep choosing transparency, even when it's uncomfortable. And if you'd like to support an indie author who is anti-AI, I'd be honored. Oh, other screenshots from a quick search of Delilah Monroe on Threads search bar. Hey Delilah, do you want to tell me why you're in people's DMs claiming that I scammed you? Are you fucking joking right now? Take ownership of what you've been caught in the act, and I will not be your fall guy. This is why she no longer had the Photoshop for your artwork. She didn't want to prove she used AI. Girl also claimed she explained to me how the layers on Photoshop are different. Like, I don't know how layers work or something. She don't even know what I've used. The layers all work the same, dude. Here's another post where it says, it's come to my attention that Delilah, a bookish artist, lied about using AI and is threatening to defame authors who submit chargebacks. Back at the end of 2025, I commissioned a piece for my ghost romance novella. The total price was $350. I remember getting a really sketchy feeling at first when she sent the notice, but she sent the invoice. I voiced my concerns, and she took it upon herself to have another author she worked with in the past send me a message trying to convince me to work with her. The whole situation was honestly weird as fuck, and looking back, I feel stupid as hell for falling for a scam. I tried contacting my bank, but they refused to dispute it because of the service technically rendered, so now I'm out $350 with art I can't even use. So that's fun. Authors beware and do not use this, girl, please. We're gonna get a video now. Yes, let's see. Okay, let's watch this. So this is like an artist's real work, I guess. I don't know who. It's probably someone else. But damn, these damn layers are crazy, bro. Crazy, fucking crazy. And they're just showing like their workflow, which is, I mean, it's we gotta speed this up though. So they're just showing all the parts of their artwork and how they divide it, even though it's a little bit insane to me. Not for nothing, like good art, but like, bruh, insane. Okay, so now they're gonna talk about the other piece, which is everything is on a separate layer, and there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's all over the place. Okay, so the AI tells on Delilah Monroe. Important, those signs are inoffensive when read independently, as legit artists also show those tells. The important factor here is that all of the signs appear on her social media and works. It is the sum of the following AI tells that give confirmation that she is scamming people. I've said that too. It's not that it's one time, it's one thing. It's, you know what it is? Hold on, I'm gonna go into a small little tape. For a video that I'm studying about how, like, why AI writing is bad, right? One of the things I was looking at is that when you're looking into the copyright office, there's a lot of AI tells, right? And these AI tells come up so often within a short amount of space in AI writing. and they just keep showing up with a small, that let's say it'll have like 20 infractions of like, you know, of AI isms. And then in, you know, when I went through mine, I had 21, right? In one of my chapters, but my chapter is 3,000 words long. So that's almost nothing. 21 infractions in 3,000 words is nothing. But 21 infractions in 495 words is something. That means almost every sentence is an AIism, you know? And so that's just it's the cumulative amount of how much is in the sauce. Anyway, her profile states that she's an animator, a pixel artist, and a live 2D specialist. But these services she's known for are character art related pieces. This is a typical AI scammer tell. They can do everything that you ask. A legit artist usually has a specific area that they cover. The same way not every doctor knows about every medicine area that there is, or an engineer can't cover all engineering disciplines. Her account is 2 years old. Both her threads and Instagram account date back to 2024, right when the AI already existed. Please note that her first post mentions being a designer, another creative area that she can work in. Also, it's nearly impossible to locate old art nor see how they evolved over time. Delilah came in on social media as a skilled artist with no background, which that is a huge tell for me. It says, "Are you looking for an artist here? I can turn your imagination into fine art. Commissions. I'm a graphic designer accepting new commissions. Let's create something amazing together." Art style diversity. The following screenshots contain several posts of her art. Please note how different they are. She's doing anime, furry art, icons, stickers, character art, and all of them at different levels of proficiency. We'll dig into that later. All right, now we got this ugly ass traced shit as per usual. Oh my god, I'm sure we've seen these a million times if you've been on Twitter. These are all over Twitter, and the moment you see these accounts, they don't really make it that far. Like they'll probably get a few commissions, and then they'll just disappear because they get called out or whatever. And it says level up your stream with these brand new custom emotes. These are probably traced from someone else's, or they're just generated. Like, I feel like I've seen this before and this before, and I think this is AI. Oh, Jesus Christ. Meet this incredible persona rocking the black shirt and bursting with oh, then that's AI. That's actually like AI. Text. Here's a sneak peek at, oh god, at the latest cover art I've worked on. No, you fucking didn't draw that. You didn't draw this shit and this shit. Get out of fuck out of here. Unleashing the beast within. Witness the transformation as the main character shifts from a human to a chupacabra, blending the eerie with the fierce. Kill me. Alright. No fucking way, dude. Imagine description. Did he just take the thing and then paste it? Imagine, like, this is the girl with half white, half black hair with shadows. Oh my god, is that the fucking prompt that he put in and got it? And realism, yes. In art style, like my previous commission. Like, whose hand is that? Is that this dude's hand going in here? This is her hand? Is this his hand? Are these all men? I can't even tell. You know what I wonder? I wonder. Okay, hear me out. I know people are going to be like, what? I wonder if some of these AI tracers, if you were to ask for an LGBTQ like drawing with 2 girls or 2 guys, if they would say no. I wonder. Don't you wonder? Because I wonder. Oh, she said it too. Prompt like descriptions. Sometimes her first ever posts will sound like she's describing a prompt she fed the AI model. Scammers love depicting the action as if the audience couldn't grasp what's going on. Imagine this girl with half white, half black. This girl with half white hair, half black. That's the first screenshot is my favorite because it's giving instructions to the AI. Mackenzie Wolf from the Moonwing, fierce, slow, running her bar with grit, deep blue eyes, and she sees everything caramel. Oh yeah, these are prompts. Delilah is prolific. As a prolific artist myself, that could be seen as a normal thing, but it takes a lot of discipline, training, and solid style to become prolific, which is exactly what she isn't displaying. Tracing. Oh my god, only 11? This is where she thrives the most. A huge giveaway of what she's doing. Tracing is one of the easiest way to hide AI usage since the scammer is painting over it. But they usually fail to fix the mistakes AI makes, such as undefined jewelry, a strong and unflattering line quality. They resort to black, monotonous, and lacking in visual taste to the outline of the figure, and it goes in huge contrast with the quality of the rendered details. Notice the hair, the folds, or even the fake metal, how it doesn't match the line work. Blurred or asymmetrical background, blurring to the point of making the background disappear and feel disconnected from the figure is their best technique to hide AI artifacts. Please also note how vastly different the previous art style is from the sample below. Oh my god, they're just tracing. Oh god, look at that. That's like Nadia. This is some Nadia shit. I bet she's already on a new account. I wish we could find it so I could expose her again. Exposing the business. Okay, so before I continue, I just wanted to say that I wasn't looking at my model. So if there's a part where my model isn't doing anything, it's like stiff, it's because the motion controls turned off and I didn't know that they turned off, so I'm not going to re-record it. Okay, so when the delivery occurs, they will provide a low quality, usually pixelated, when zooming into the details file. This is because they don't have the original working file. Legit professional artists will work with big canvases, 4K on average, so when the client wants to use it, they can crop it, zoom it, and they can be able to enjoy their art. Again, notice how different the style is. We already have displayed 8 different art styles on the same artist in the span of 2 years. No pixel art or animation has yet been found. Is this image 8? Oh god. Horror. The first tell, setting aside all the art differences, is how the drawn characters are disconnected from each other. AI fails to make them hold eye contact. Yeah, that is always such a weird thing to me. Notice her ears. Yeah, look, she's like looking over here. Looking up here. And he's like, notice her ears, which have their line emitting the cheeks starting differently, asymmetry. One line grows from the top, and the other from below. Also notice oh my god, the words are difficult. The asymmetry, I don't even know, whatever. Of his jacket sleeves on the chest there. Okay, let's see. God, rounded shoulders. My boy is rounded. Oh yeah, look. Ear up, ear down. This dude has no ears either. Why'd she put this little duct right here and then not over here? Damn, he looks busted though. No sketches in 4 out of 5 of the commissioned pieces. Delilah came up with the result right away. Creature design, she provided the services as a whole different type of art just for this client, it being completely different than her usual character art. The sketches provided, only the hound, are a 1-for-1 copy from sketch to finish. This comment deserves some explanation. An artist will very rarely have everything well planned and well placed on the sketching phase. They will show the client a rough estimate of what is to be expected, and during the cleanup and rendering phase, corrections will occur that will make the final piece change from the sketch even a little. On Delilah's sketches, she shows absolutely no evolution. Let's see. Oh, these are very different. You know what I think? I think he, it's definitely a man. He generated this first, and then he traced it, and then he tried to make his own based off of what little he knows. And this, to be honest, this is better than this, even though this is a trace of that. Yeah, see, look at that. Please know how the most evident part is the fire tail, the most organic aspect of it, and Delilah knew since minute 1 how the flames were going to work. Note the lack of quality in the resolution of all 5 pieces. Oh god, look at that. That's fucking terrible. The chest, it feels like, can I back out? God, I feel like I'm like, give me 100%. Okay, sorry. It can also be detected in the tail. It feels detached. The tail feels attached to her clothing instead of being part of her body. Oh yeah, look, see, right there. The hound has 3 fingers, but when the paw is raised, it insinuates the existence of a 4th one. This detail cannot be observed on the other paw. That's true, because it would be in here, it'd be like right here. Well, the teeth too. The loose hair of the tail make no sense when checking the rest of his body, and it appears to be oil rather not fur. It seems to be oil, not furry. That's true. Alistair. Lack of symmetry on the crown, ears, and even eyes. Everything about him is melting. Ooh, God, Lord. Look at that pixelated. His armor begins as metal, but then suddenly becomes ragged cloth. His waist folds also make no sense. If you try to follow any fold with the eyes, it will melt with the lot without making clear how it's formed. Let's see what else. Lack of symmetry on his sandals. Oh yeah, right here. It needs more like open space, and the back of his thing is like not even the same. This is not the same either. Damn. Dude just generated that and then just color picked it. Oh, why are they so pixelated, bro? It's very easy, however, to spot rags on his shirt changing direction. Oh. This happens more than once. As the AI is reading, the hair goes upwards, but I am also painting the skirt in rags, so everything will go upwards in this area, creating this confusing area of rags strands not following the direction of the skirt. Notice that the rib cage, how the left side is clearly smaller than the right. It's not a perspective fact. It's also like not even correct. Like, see right here, there's no, like, you see some here and here. It looks like it's all messed up. And you can see right here, it looks like this thing should have more fingers, like 4, but over here it's kind of missing it, like the last thing. And I'm sure it would show down here or would show up here. I'm not sold. And these dew claws are separate. So let's talk about this too. Is this, yeah, she has no snakes for hair, it's just normal hair. The ear canal is arbitrarily spaced. Well, yeah. Hair is looping in on itself where it ends or starts. The decorations of her chest plate aren't symmetrical, and her spare arms don't start growing from the same symmetrical spot either. Oh yeah, because look, this one is like on her rib cage and this one is on her back. Weird. I wonder what, you know what? I wonder what, I bet this one is using like maybe a stable diffusion or something so they can have more styles. I don't know. Specific AI tells on the author's second commission piece. The quality doesn't match. The first image can be appreciated that the anatomy is not at the same level of skill as the second. They both have the usual AI expressions, no life in their eyes, no reaction between the characters, even interacting. Yeah, they're always like not even looking at each other and they always like look weird. The most obvious difference can be found in her head. The quality disparity can be spotted immediately when put together. Feels like the work is done by 2 different artists. So that's true. The lack of proper hair flow of the first one compared to the second. The lack of skin contrast with minimum ambient occlusion as opposed to the second portrait. Even the freckles are completely gone. I was just about to say that the freckles, and I would even say that the hair rendering is completely different. Like, I feel that this person had when they generated the AI image, it was brown hair or a lighter chestnut color. That's why it's so dark here, and that's why it doesn't look like it fits, because this color feels like they used a color layer over top of it. The second most obvious place of disparity is in between the cinched details. No weapon remains the same between the artworks, neither does their sheaths. If Delilah has worked on one piece, then she should have taken care of replicating the weapons exactly on the second one, since she already built it as a point of reference. Let's see. Oh yeah. 2 completely different things. The sketches are 1 for 1 a copy of the final artwork. Let's analyze them for a second. We don't really need to analyze this. We can just kind of see this guy. This person clearly has some understanding of how to make things look like they're doing sketches, but they're doing too much work. Oh, look at that. When you overlay the hand is all kind of messed up there. When you overlay them, they just kind of work. I don't know why they would just put the slashes for the eyes. Absurdly, okay, listen. Absurdly long neck, listen. I do that, okay? This is my butt-nimus moment. I draw the long necks. I don't give a shit, okay? Sometimes it just looks good. It just does. You know what I actually have to do? I draw them long so often that when I get closer to doing the line art, I'm like, all right, I know the neck is long. I literally can't. I literally look at the artwork and go, oh my god, this looks so good. And I'm like, maybe the neck should be shorter. And then I just cut off like maybe a few inches off of the neck part, and I know that that's probably a little bit more accurate because I'm like, I want them giraffe necks, I want them Sailor Moon necks. Anyway, sorry. See, when I see this, I'm like, oh, I would do that because I do that. And you guys can't come for me and be like, Nimbus uses AI because she's got the long necks. Oh yeah, she did, and she mentioned the hand too. I can't even say that word, so I'm not gonna. His hand something shortens towards the pinky way too abruptly. AI doesn't understand well enough the bone structure of the hand yet to properly know what to do and base sketch on the original sketch. It appears it hasn't changed its original planned perspective despite the hand doing a different gesture that requires rethinking. What is it even holding? Dude, look at that. Soulless eyes. Notice how she isn't really focused anywhere because her eyes don't match. The face is the most obvious AI tell because it can be noted that one of her eyes is melting, making both look asymmetrical. Her eyelashes are also messy and inconsistent between the eyes. Yeah, one's like up here, one's like going warbly. Oh yeah, look, it says there's some intense action going on. The faces don't reflect that. It says her mandibar, bro. Listen, I ain't saying none of that, okay? No continuing when the objects obstruct the view. AI can easily forget that it's drawing a line when an object interrupts it visually, and this can be easily spotted with hair strands. It's being abruptly interrupted in several instances here. Yeah, right there. Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, this person just used the AI and then just smudged it a little bit. Yes, laces. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? It's all disconnected. Asymmetrical weapons, lacking of points of hanging belts and strange connections. Notice how the quality of the rendering on the metal is nowhere close to the rest of the artwork. There are no highlights nor shadows, while the leather is very detailed on that regard. I would almost call these leather pieces like they're almost rendered, in quotations, like it's metal. Author asked for a change of a hand position, and as a result, there is a dramatic change of skin coloring from her elbow to her hand, ranging from yellowish to pinkish. Yeah, I see that. Pink is here. It was also requested to give her long trousers instead of shorts. The result is a patch of cloth that goes until the end of the canvas, but the wrinkles of the shorts remain in place. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it looks like they just... Damn, these people so damn lazy. Hair color change. As this is by far the most obvious on a personal level, without having to talk to the author previously. My personal guess was that the client asked Delilah to change the color, and she and she just applied an adjustment layer. On the side note, with this process image shown above, note how she has been rendering as if it were a coloring book, one area at a time until fully rendered. While possible, it's more natural for an artist to build the artwork as a whole instead of going from start to finish by sections. Now, this is for digital work. This is not for traditional work. Now, I know because we got those painters in the audience that are going to be like, but Nim, I do that. I'm like, okay. So we're going to skip past that. We're going to look over what she's showing here. So there's actually more to this because more came out about Delilah over the last week. Now, I know that there was maybe some videos going about her last week or whatever, but now more came out about her, which is fucking crazy. So let's go to it. Also, subscribe. Do it. Do it, motherfuckers. Hold on. Delilah Monroe has a main account in which she poses as a real artist, pov.raabie. Let's talk about that. So she has another account. This artist, another older account of hers, created this account solely to scam authors and cash in on the scheme. I love it when you find multiple accounts connected to whatever. Now, you might be just as surprised as I was, we're a real artist, and she's also anti-AI and all that, but what's this crazy accusation? Patience, before I show you the evidence that links these two accounts, let's look at what happened behind the scenes over the past few weeks in chronological order on my end, so you can understand how I found out about those two people are actually the same person. It's kind of like with Birdie. You guys gotta go look at the thing about Birdie. It's kind of crazy. The first time I saw Robbie's name in my DMs, she messaged me 3 weeks ago in reply to one of my stories. That was right after the big call out on Nadia, so you can probably imagine that I've been bombarded with her message since. I simply don't have enough spoons for this one. Apart from me not having the spoons for the first message, weirded me out since they replied to a story featuring my students' artwork that I had shared saying they loved my work. I simply thought, wrong artist, ma'am. Oh my goodness. Look at this big ass message. She wrote to me quite a bit more, replying to my post where I ask if people to not demand me to call out the... Oh my god. She wrote to me quite a bit more, replying to my post where I ask of people to not demand me to call out the next scammer, as this is my decision. I'm putting myself out there. She talks about a friend being wrongly accused and says it destroyed her career. I couldn't help but think, I don't know a single artist whose career was actually destroyed by accusations. Accusations usually disrupt the flow of commissions for a while, but scammers often have been able to recover. So how could this have been supposedly legit artists have their career destroyed? I figured maybe she knew a scammer and genuinely believed that they were innocent. I simply wasn't in the mood to find out or have that discussion, so I never accepted the message request. I quickly forgot about it. There was also a debate in the comments of Nadia's post about whether Delilah uses AI or not, and I did briefly wonder if she was talking about Delilah, but it was just a hunch. It says here, okay, so there's this real person I know who was a victim of an AI witch hunt, and it destroyed her whole livelihood, and she doesn't even have the money to afford therapy. And she was not even using AI. I think it's causing more harm than it should. Human beings can be so mean. I got to know your account when you were against AI. I was happy to see you taking a step, making small efforts, and then it snowballed into allegations destroying people's livelihood. I'm a fan of her art, and I think you should put your reputation first, because whenever there's a false accusation, only Nalo comes to their mind. TC of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay, you know what? In my opinion, when it comes to... This is the thing. The AI witch hunt is never really a witch hunt, okay? It's these people who are literally standing with the witch broom and they're cackling and they have their potions and their cauldron and their black cats and all... They're literally like, hello, it's me. I'm the witch. And it's not a joke and it's not Halloween. And then they're like, guys, it's an AI witch hunt. But the person, it looks exactly like a witch and there's no way around it. It's not a witch hunt if you're a witch, bro. It's and the thing is like, the AI witch hunt thing is not really ever been that. It's always been people like, I can't even think of a single person who I called out who wasn't using AI in their process to be deceptive. And this has been a long time now. You're either paint by numbering, sketching is a lie, the rough sketches are not real, the speed paints are a trace of the loads and loads of other ways of people lying about doing the actual work. The AI witch hunts are because it's taking work from real artists who could have those jobs. Not people pretending to be an artist. And the thing is this is only this situation could only happen with AI. And the reason I say that is because, just tell me, when was the last time you found that someone was stealing artwork and posting it on their socials and acting like a different person, or actually tracing tons of artwork? Like, the only one I could think of is from like, it was like 2021 or 2022, before AI. It was a guy who, it was like Sheshio and Sexy Robot Butts. I'm sure you guys have heard about those two, but I don't remember. I think it's Sexy Robot Butts had this very attractive style, and fucking Sheshio would literally go and take their work, trace over it, and then they had this masterful skill of rendering, and they would render a whole different piece while clearly tracing over Sexy Robot Butts' work. So it had like the same pose, but it would be a completely different piece. And it was clearly traced from their work because you could lay the lines over and they would completely fit. But anyway, the only people complaining about it are people who have literally scammed people. Sure, some artists do get blamed for their art looking AI, but I would say like when someone is exposed versus like when people say AI witch hunts, they're talking about someone getting exposed, right? But they're also including people who have randomly been accused of using AI at random by a random person who they don't know. And and those types of accusations are usually done to real artists who have not used AI, but normies who don't know the difference between AI and not AI are just calling it AI because it's because of its style. That's it. So let's be real. Anyway, then under the commercial post of mine, she commented this. Where is it? Oh, very pretty, but I miss your old art style. This is a bit flat. Why would you fucking say that? Rude, like, what the fuck? Those were my thoughts. I deleted the comment and left it at that. By the way, it's kind of an unspoken rule among artists that you don't give unsolicited critiques unless someone asks you for it first. That was the first time I actually took a closer look at the profile because I remembered seeing the profile picture before. And that's when I noticed that she described herself as an art teacher. As a mentor myself, I was really appalled, but once again, I ultimately decided to not call her out on her proper art etiquette. If only she had left it at that. But then I would have never found out that she actually created the scammer account, Delilah Monroe. Then on Wednesday, I called out the account named Delilah Monroe on Threads. And here's a small recap, and then she shows us the other stuff. We already talked about this. And this was also part of my post that I included at the very end. It's important for context, so please read it carefully and pay attention to the exact words I chose. I'm not going to read over this because it already happened. It was the part of like how to find a real artist, how to vet them. After my post, I made comments and posts in the community insinuating that I have a personal agenda against new artists. It says here, I also feel the tension when it comes within the bookish community. As an artist who works in other fields not bookish, I feel if a certain person is getting too much attention from callouts, they have the best chance of getting high. Oh, not one of these. Come on. Students, of course. I cannot ignore my personal agenda, though. Very bad situation for a new human artist to even get one commission, not because of Nalu, but because of AI. Not sure what kind of personal agenda you're talking about here. Not wanting authors to get scammed is a good thing. I feel so bad, but when Nalu said in the recent call-out post that you should double, triple check with other authors, illustrators before hiring a bookish artist, it made me wonder how it will affect the livelihood of new artists who are just starting out. As an educator, I worry about new artists so much. I think you very much misunderstand what's being said. When an artist starts taking commission, it's not just about their art, but also the social, marketing, and business skills. Every artist should start small. Family, friends, fandoms, social groups. Because how catastrophic their mistakes and inexperience would be for them and the client. It's important to grow before you go big, especially when it comes to commercial commissions. I hope I misunderstood it really. This time I want to be wrong about her. From what I see, you're a coach, so that's why you advertise newbie artists to start so big. When they have no experience and nobody to support them, I think you seriously misunderstand that Nalu would prohibit people from commissioning whoever they want. It was an advice to people that look for certain quality and safety among young artists might not deliver. And pov.raabie replies, I always encourage my students to start small and slowly build. Starting small means reaching out to people who are actively seeking any creative problem that might be solved. That's not starting small, that's starting big, because you're making promises your hands can't keep. I'm from a country where the right art marketing education is very limited, so I'm doing my best, and I don't get any monetary profit from it. I'm helping artists from my country for free. The thing that bothered me is that she said to search them on social media. Not all artists are everywhere. And she said, well, Anna replies, a lot of artists start in harsh environments, but that's the best teacher. What you don't seem to understand is that seeking artists online isn't a new thing. Nalu is recommending the safest ways to find no AI and experienced artists for people that are scared. It doesn't mean every possible client will miss new artists. They still need to work their way up and not just wait for clients to find them. With no history of previous commissions and small or no portfolio at all. Multiple people sent me this screenshot of our conversation. I found it irritating because I felt like she was twisting my words. She was. I never said people shouldn't commission new artists. In fact, I've personally vetted several smaller artists. As long as there is enough artwork available, they can be vetted. You don't need industry connections for that. That's why a lot of people do fan art. So you could see what people's posts are like. Some people told me it was probably jealousy. Personally, I'm not a fan of simply calling someone jealous, but I couldn't come up with a much better explanation for why she would try to question. Well, it's Nalo is a little bit too nice. So what this is that her intention was to try to talk to Nalo. And then if she could get in with Nalo, she could maybe like manipulate her into going back on the post and then maybe seeing if she could like get an in with her. And then this is about attempting to discredit her in future posts, right? Because she's making this is another thing where it's a slight. This person was slighted, so she feels like she has to go by and slight back. And this is her way of doing it, slowly discrediting Nalu through posts after post after post. That's what they're that's the method. It's not attention seeking, it's literally just to discredit her. Like, I hope Nalu's not doing the wrong thing, trying to get baby artists no work. It sounds like she has a problem. Like, do you see what I mean? True, we need to help each other. That's why I take students from time to time to help them also with more technical and social aspects of being a freelancer artist today. It's so hard for them, and they work hard too. It's not easy to start now with anyone without anyone to guide you. I agree, I cannot help but realize a personal agenda. If you see their account, it screams this: don't hire AI. Yes, queen, we understand. Hire these artists. Okay, give a shout out to your friends and yourself. Cool. Don't hire a small artist. Why? Recent post, last slide. When you have so much, see what I mean? I cannot help but realize a personal agenda. There's no personal agenda. Just saying that she has a personal agenda is a way to be like, see, she's only trying to put herself up. She's not trying to like talk to small artists when that's not true. When you have so much influence and impact, your one action can cost someone their first commission. Don't confuse the buyer. You should be encouraging people. No. Not when there's crazy AI scammers out there. Nalo said, this felt really passive aggressive to me. It was. You're right. It was. As a side note, so far I've earned exactly 1 commission from all these callouts. Yay. And my students did gain a few followers because I shared their work. So no, these callouts don't nearly benefit me as much as some people seem to believe, not even close. Some people say that about me. They say that I'm only doing this for clout. Brother, do you know how little clout I get from this? Like, I get almost nothing. Like, I don't even get a lot of views for all the work that I do. Like, sometimes I've edited videos and done all this stuff, and, you know, I might get 2,000, 3,000 views on a video. I'm not complaining about don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm saying for the amount of work I do, I'm not getting nearly as much back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting like random help and random things from strangers, and I don't really get much. This is a one woman band, okay? This has never brought me a commission. This has it's clear it's brought me YouTube money, yeah, but not, people are like, oh, you must be making so much money with your like, if you knew. Let me put it this way. It is not replacing my day job yet. And until it does, it is a very, I see why people quit YouTube, because it's a lot of work. This is actually a lot of work. Also, I can highlight whoever I want on my account. What kind of entitlement is that? Also, if you'd like to see something more positive, go follow along my Green Flags and Real Artist series, where I highlight the good parts of the community, and she pointed out this artist that she talked about. A post of hers, a lot of people asked her to drop the name, not knowing she was talking about me. Also, this post was made after her comments I showed her. Nothing against anti-AI callouts. But when a certain person is getting a whole community attention, says she doesn't trust or hire a new artist account, it makes me feel like there's a personal agenda. Yes, thank you for your service, but do not make it worse for... Oh my god, bitch. Can you... This girl. She's just... Like, this is another thing of, like, discrediting. Trying to discredit. This is just trying to start shit. Because she's, like, telling herself she has a personal agenda attached to this. So she wants to discredit Nalu by doing that. So it says, I would say you even follow this person. Then drop the name or DM people who ask about it, especially when they're following this person. What's the point of sharing the worry about what they said and being so hush? I know, but I won't tell. Isn't it better to inform people? That's exactly. If you're not willing to inform people around you about someone problematic, then the person doesn't exist and you're clout farming, or you might be lying, or the account's a big account. You don't want to be involved. Well, I'm not the author of the post, and I don't have a screenshot to prove what I'm talking about, so I can't make a direct accusation without evidence. All I said was that you've interacted with, follow this person, so you might come across the comment I was referring to. Okay, so, but it is okay to comment like this. It is a serious matter, especially if you know what it's about. Or is this whole thing so unsure that name dropping would be problematic? You're not naming anyone, but still participated in the potential smearing. So after I decided not to do anything about her at first, until I talked with a friend about the whole call out of Delilah, how wild that was and so on. My friend then said Delilah seemed like she was from Pakistan. And I'm like, yeah, no, I won't dox either. I just find it very interesting because I literally have a person trying to smear online, and they happen to be from Pakistan. So, well, I don't know. I wonder. Censored for the privacy of my friend. Honestly, almost sounds like a professional scam and money laundering. Like the stuff she says about me. And I'm just like, question mark? And before I called out Delilah, she sent me this. So I wonder if she meant Delilah. I never reacted to it since I have more important messages to reply to. Who's the name of the person? It's not Delilah, but her Insta name is this one thing. I sent a bunch of screenshots so that you guys already saw, so let's skip that. Interesting, the person smearing me is also a teacher, an art teacher specifically, and so I looked at both accounts at the same time, wondering what the connection was, or if there was, and then I saw it. Here we see Delilah posting a recording of drawing traditionally. Not perfect, but I got a functional workspace, and says, here's the desk set up on Raabie's account. Oh, I see it. I see it. These right here, right over here, and then the same wall. Both the desks are super scratched up. The drawing material is still the same. The plant and the vase is still the same. Oh yeah, you can even see the little blue thing right here. You can see that right there. But the plant is also the same. The red wall, the art style kind of fits Raabie too. Gas, is this the same person? No way. Just so you all get a taste of my live reaction yesterday, so I dug because what if Delilah is simply just stole this video from Raabie? But nope, Raabie never posted that speed painting that is on Delilah's account. That means that the original post, and oh boy, did I find some stuff. I went in the broadcast channel of Raabie, which she only opened recently, like a week or so, and in it she talks about my call out of Delilah. I transcribed it and then translated. Of course, the translation sucks a little, but it reveals a few interesting insights. There's this whole drama of threads last night. This is why we don't use AI in art. And then there's these like 4 things. And this is what the translation says. The speaker says they had been watching the artist closely because of her output and her workload seemed unusually high for a single person. At first, they assumed she was simply hardworking, but when the commissions and the collaborations reportedly began to suffer, some people suspected AI use. They go on to say that during the investigation, people who had commissioned the artist shared the original project files. According to the speaker, those files lacked the multiple layers, fills, and other elements that they would expect to see in a typical hand-drawn digital artwork, which they present as evidence for the suspicions. When I saw this artwork and I looked at the file, I became convinced that AI had been used. So I started following the refund and policy prof. After investigating everything, I realized one thing: the artist definitely has talent. They're a good artist, but using AI like this is not okay. I honestly don't even think this is a real individual. It feels like it might be an account run by a software company. Probably several people operating it. The way the account talks doesn't feel like the artist talking. It feels very calculated. It seems like they worked all night and then suddenly appeared in the morning claiming to be Pakistan or Indian, using a Desi accent to gain trust. In my opinion, they have damaged the reputation of many people. Because of this account, everyone has to face consequences. Interesting. And it says, you know what, I'm going to let you guys just watch me draw a bit for something interesting. If I'm wrong, that's fine. I accept it. But I also use AI myself in my work. If you use AI for assistance, that's okay. But if you use AI to build credibility and become famous, that's where the problem starts. Uh-oh. Nobody knows how many orders this account has taken. If it turns out AI generated work has been sold as original art, then people will start boycotting others too, and innocent artists will suffer. If I feel that someone has deceived me in the process, I'll block them. Let me make this very clear. I'm only against generative AI. I'm not against AI tools used for normal purposes or research. I use those myself every month. Everything I've learned about AI over time has brought me to this opinion. Using AI for advice, oh my god, strategies, research, or productivity is fine. But using generative AI to create images, videos, or artworks and presenting them your own is wrong. That AI that I'm talking about is generative AI. You should be able to tell the difference between work created by a human and work created by AI. If a piece of art is genuinely made by a person, they will probably buy it if you market it properly. Otherwise, someone will take your place because there's so many free training resources available today. We spend so much time on social media and wasting time. If we spend just 1 or 1.5 hours practicing the fundamentals every day, we would improve very quickly. Whenever someone truly wants to succeed, they invest in their education. If you can't invest money, then invest your time. If you want to become an artist, learning fundamentals is essential. God, girl. God, girl. Without understanding the basics, you can't become a good artist. If you don't have to give money to invest your skills, that's okay. There are plenty of free resources. Invest your time is said. Time is money. If you dedicate your time, you'll eventually develop good skills. Once you've learned properly to... Is she talking to herself? And improve your marketing. Your life will be better. Just don't use AI to create the work yourself. Did I read this correctly? She uses AI for, quote, I'm not against AI tools for normal purposes for research. I use those tools every month. Everything I've learned about AI over time has brought me to this opinion. Using advice, research strategies, and productivity is time. Oh, well, that's a choice to say in your own voice. I also found multiple sites in which she declares herself as an NFT artist. Dug up her Twitter account and found this post where she is incredibly ironic because multiple people reported online that Delilah messaged them privately to offer her services. Mind you, this is a very common way for scammers to approach you. A professional does not reach out privately unless the person is searching specifically said to do that. Y'all really approaching clients like this? Bruh. Now, I wanted more evidence. I just needed 100% assurance that it's the same person. Here's what Delilah privately sent to an anonymous person. Haha, sure, let me share it. And then they share these 2 images. And here's a TikTok post from the Raabie account. Oh, it's the same shit. Let's zoom in on this image. It's not stolen from the TikTok post because, of course, the words of course are not written over it. It's the original image again. That really sold it, especially because there is loads of more showing her office. Oh, okay. On Raabie's account, she presents herself as an art educator and a teacher. As already mentioned, here's a huge chunk of her posts about earning money with art. Oh, God. She also lied about her age. On Delilah, she claimed to be 22, which is also a reason. I saw so many call-outs soften up because she's a young age, right? But she's actually my age, 27. Sorry, I think this post is making me more cynical with every section I write. It almost seems like money is the only thing that interests her. I mean, just yesterday she commented this. Why do you draw? And she goes, money. So let's summarize. She has 2 accounts, of which I couldn't find any obvious AI telltale signs. A little bit of tracing, but that's not the topic today. The art itself appears to be genuine made. One account was created in 2016 while she maintained it until she made 5K followers. Then in 2025, she created a new account, which is now her main account. And that account is where she posts regularly, which has over 10K followers and good engagement. Which has now 10K followers and good engagement, yet she still created another account purely to scam for, let me guess, money. Notice how I'm trying to insinuate like she did, but I guess I'm a bit more blatant. Being sneaky is not really my thing, I guess. I just want to put it out there that down here, she literally does say that she is 27. Also here it says she uses a service to send out PayPal invoices. In one post, she claims it's because her friends and family live abroad. In another, she clarifies that it's just a service. This also means her name and address in those invoices will always be different. So I guess that's another thing to look out for. Make sure the name and address of the invoice somewhat match the artist that you're commissioning. Of course, some artists use real names for invoices, so the name may differ from their online username. But if you've commissioned the same artist multiple times and the name and address changes every time, that's a red flag. And down here, she talks about how she works with software houses, sales professionals, and direct clients worldwide. talks about how PayPal isn't even available in Pakistan, so she uses Payoneer, and she uses a family friend account if the person insists on using PayPal. And then someone says, my question is, I have everything done. The only thing is receiving money in there internationally. PayPal is not a thing. I can find any other way. Payoneer is broken for me and won't let me verify. And she goes, okay, there are a bunch of reliable people who are offering PayPal services. Even I personally use them. They take 20% of your share though, but they give you your money in 24 hours, so it does work for me. Then I was made aware that OpenAI has a tool where you can upload suspected artwork. Oh, you can check synth ID on OpenAI now? Oh, that's nice. I'll make sure that I do that. It checks for some kind of identifier embedded in the image that would match an AI-generated image in its system. As I understand it, this search is not allegedly done with generative AI itself, but with straightforward matching process of those identifiers. I'm personally not very knowledgeable in this area, and I have always been skeptical of websites. Okay, I'll talk about this for a minute. Okay, so when an image is generated on Gemini or now OpenAI, it includes a digital watermark, something that humans cannot see. It's like a mathematical signature directly into the AI image where it's audio, video, text, so that software can identify later that it's synthetic. This is not like one of those weird things where you just upload it to a detector. This is not a detector. If you upload something that was made in OpenAI's, like ChatGPT or whatever, it can only be detected by ChatGPT. And the same goes with Gemini. If you make something using Gemini and you ask it, hey, do you have a synth ID? It will say, yes, this is created with Google AI tools. It's the same way for OpenAI. So it only works in those two programs if something was generated in those two. And that is a big deal because most people use ChatGPT or Gemini. They mostly don't use Grok or the other ones. Most people are using Gemini and ChatGPT to generate images or whatever. So you can just go and check if something was generated by those. So if it doesn't work in one, check Gemini. And if it doesn't work in Gemini, check OpenAI. And all you have to do is say, does this have a synth ID? And then you'll see a special little thing show up and it'll spin around and it will check it. And this happens at the conception of whatever media is being released. Now, I just want to say one more time, a synth ID is not like using a detector. A detector is more generalized and it can a lot of people use the Hive detector or was it AI? But these two services are specifically looking for their own personal digital invisible watermark. You guys have seen me use this function in some of my videos. I did a video about how a model was being taken advantage of by Rainbow Shops, and all of the images on the website were generated using her likeness and using Nano Banana to put their clothes on that model. And when you just ask if it has a synth ID, it will say yes. You do not, is wrong here. It says take the results with a grain of salt. I think it's far more important to manually examine. Yes, she is right, but these will not be wrong. If you give it an image that is edited after the fact, it can still give you, if it was generated by OpenAI or if it was generated by Gemini, but sometimes it will give you a false negative saying that it wasn't. So there's other ways that you can check. If you go to images.google.com and you upload the photo there, it will say whether or not it was made by Google AI. That being said, you should always look at AI images to make sure that they are AI images and have tells. But these also are like official things that were made by Google and OpenAI to create a trust. So now I'm on the last slide. It goes, I want to remind everyone that this is very, very rare. Scammers usually don't have a genuine looking art account like this. So please don't lose your trust over artists because one case, this scammer simply happens to be far more special than the typical scammer. I also want to use this slide to say, please don't come into my DMs demanding the next call out. I honestly like to reduce those and focus more on my green flag series instead. Please stay respectful towards each other in the comments. And if you have information that is important, please share this post, help spread awareness because honestly, people need to know. I also believe You know what? Let's go to the account. Okay, so we have this art account here. This is the person. I'm curious as to what her videos are like. I'm not gonna play them, but actually, hold on. I wanted to show this account. This because this is like a real drawing process. I feel like I don't know why she didn't think she could have made money doing this. You guys have to see it. It's fucking crazy to me. Look at this art, right? Look, she's gonna show her process. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I did find this, and it's clear that she is tracing probably this and then painted it on her own. So look, it doesn't have a sketch layer, but it's just very strange to me. Just so strange she can draw, and she's like it's clear that she knows what she's doing. Just crazy. So Nala finishes up by saying that they should know more about the conduct I described in this post before choosing to be an art teacher, mentor, or coach. She spoke about how AI is damaging the art community, yet in my view, her actions have also contributed to the growing distrust in that community. So apparently she has more posts, follow-up posts. Someone made a group chat with Delilah and the pov.raabie account and sent to me the whole shebang, so this is what I will be commenting on. It's getting hot real quick in here. Also, side note, before me receiving this, I had no prior contact with the person creating this chat, and yet they're being told to command me around. Not gonna lie, Delilah's replies feel like they're playing extra dumb. Let's settle this then, and explain yourselves and clear up the situation. I will. I would fucking do that. Whoever this is a fucking gem. What is wrong with everything? What the fuck? Why are people accusing me of AI? Why you use my art without my consent? I'm very vulnerable right now. My whole career is at risk. People are harassing me because of you. Tell this shit of a person, Nalu, to fucking apologize. So what we're not gonna do is use a bunch of profanity in here. I need you to relax a bit, and I know you're stressed, but you don't need to yell. And she goes, I'm getting accused of something I've never done. I haven't used it, Raabie. I'm sorry. I just misclicked that art of yours and saved it to my gallery. And now they're all thinking that we are the same person. Also, if it wasn't a mistake, I should have had shared it elsewhere too. They should have confirmed it with me. How can you misclick multiple of my art? This is also my question. It was not multiple. It was like traditional ones only. You can ask her. Also, why did you post Raabie's art on your page? Which one? And then they posted it. It says, that's Raabie's desk. That's mine. Posted by Delilah. Is that yours? Raabie's desk, the same flowers. Wait a fucking minute, that's my art. My desk, and I uploaded this art on my WhatsApp. That's my fucking hand. Same markers. You stole my video from my WhatsApp? I don't have your... and Delilah says, I don't have your contact. Exactly. There is someone in my contacts stealing my work. Oh, stop it. Stop it. No one's hacking into your WhatsApp and taking it and then giving it to this random person. Stop, it's mine. And then Raabie says, I'm done here. I'm gonna lose my mind. It says, how does someone steal from WhatsApp? Do you like have an art group on there, Raabie? That's my question. I upload on status normally, and there are some apps you can download status from WhatsApp. And Delilah says, I don't want drama here. I'm leaving this. I also have another question, Raabie. You said on Threads that this was a commission, and you didn't know how the video/art would be used? And Raabie goes, so please just don't spread false information about me. And Delilah says, please stop defaming artists, please. And Raabie goes, exactly. So did Delilah commission you? Not Delilah, a dude. Can you provide a screenshot of the invoice? That would clear a lot up. She goes, okay. And then she shows this that doesn't really prove anything. How did this person pay you? And then Raabie goes, I'm literally done. This is not my community, not my clients, not my problem, and I'm just hurt. So that surprised me a lot. Most professional artists ask for 50% upfront before starting, or 50% after the sketch has been approved. I also found it strange that she simply wrote the name Delilah, but then never actually signed it with her own signature. If her claims were to be true, then it would be pretty basic beginner level mistake. Let me kindly remind you that I do not support any harassment. Has this person paid you? Has not paid me yet. He fucking blocked me. girl, you don't have them at least pay a deposit? She goes, I did not think of that. Can you give me the name so I could see that they're connected to Delilah? He told me his name was Indrees. I am horrified right now. Girl, I'm a mom. I'm not touching my child right. What? I'm not touching my child right now. I'm anxious. I don't understand. But it's the person says, I understand. You know how hard it is to be on social media in Pakistan where a single allegation can fuck up your life? You don't. Hold Threads is after me. If you truly are not the same person, I don't want to take you down with this Delilah, obviously. We'll look into it and clear your name if we find evidence that you are not the same person. And she goes, I beg of you, if you have anything else that can help us out, send it here. And she goes, I think yes. And then she sends this ugly ass image here that you can't see. That's supposed to be something. Look, this is him saying Raabie banana. Banania. It means Raabie. Did you make it? And I replied with the picture. And I said, here's the whip, which means work in progress. And then my child was sleeping, so I told him I will work on it in a while. I actually sent him the picture and I told him that I would work later. You sent the picture of your child to a stranger? My baby was not in the picture. It was the sketchbook and my baby's bag. He was telling me to do it faster earlier. Oh, so he's rushing it. Yes. I'm just not okay right now. It's 12 a.m. here in Pakistan. I don't think I'll be able to sleep. Go to sleep, I'll update you later. And stop posting on Threads, it's making you look more guilty. No, I can't. I used to respect knowledge so much. I swear to God, this is so bad from her side. Oh man, this is a lot, isn't it? No, I can't. I used to... Oh, you're right. I was very hurt. Just look at my videos. I inspire young artists from Pakistan. I work for them for free. I do not have a course. I help people in my community. Do you know why she used PayPal account with your last name? Babe, I'm whatever. Husband. And my father is so-and-so. My brother is also so-and-so. So-and-so is also a common surname. It's like accusing a Smith because another person is named Smith. That's why I asked. This is all very unfortunate. My students are seeing this. Just tell them to lay low. This is just unfair. I have another question. Please ask. When Nala first outed Delilah, you were posting on Threads upset about it. Why? And the follow-up question, did you not go to Delilah's page? You would have seen your own art there. And Raabie said, because I did not like the way she said to check an artist's credibility with 4 to 6 other clients and artists. I literally did not go there because I thought that negatively affected a person who's just starting out and having no friends. And the person goes, oh, okay. And that was my honest, raw reaction. And I may be wrong, but I do have a right to speak my mind. She could have corrected me, but she decided to put this whole account at risk. And I did not care about Delilah much. I did not even get to check her art when she was outed. She made her account private. I want Nala to clear my name, publicly apologize, and do whatever she can. Do whatever she wants with Delilah. So the person goes, okay. And Nala says, I mean, she didn't respect me, in my opinion. Like, even before my post, she commented rude stuff under my post and tried to smear my name by trying to insinuate, did you not draw this one too? Only the traditional art? And then it says, that's not my art style. He probably hired some other artist. Okay, just wanted to check. Interesting, not her. So let me talk about the evidence, because some of you guys have found even more now that multiple people try to compare. Up in the right side of the artwork that Raabie does not claim is hers, it's part of the sketching series that Delilah did. And at the bottom, we have a screenshot from Raabie's. And some of you have noticed on both profiles a beauty mark that is in the exact same spot in the exact same place. What a crazy coincidence. Where it has a dot on her arm, little birthmark. What I know now, this is an Indian Paki, I am not, software house. They steal art of many artists. They commission different artists, outsource, and they pay them like 2% or 3% of each. I get it. I got it now. Oop, I got it now. Hold on. Raabie is a broker. Do you guys remember the VGen thing I talked about in Indonesia? Where it's an art studio and they have multiple people working on multiple pieces and they just take the commissions and then give a portion of it back to the artists. And there's a person facing the account I believe Raabie is facing the account, not doing the work, and taking as many commissions as she possibly can, and then giving it out to people around her. And that's why they're inconsistent with their AI styles and their rendering, because that would make sense. Why would she have a side account? Because she clearly takes commissions on her main accounts. So I bet she thought, you know what would make me more money if I was a broker talking to these English people, and the people who work under her are probably people who do not speak English at all in any capacity. And you know how she says she teaches people? Well, it's probably like a hierarchy scam, like a pyramid scheme, where she is on top and she's trickling money down to the artists, giving them 2 to 3% of the actual commission money, and she's keeping most of it herself. It's very predatory practice. But she's probably right, because how would she know that? How would she know that? That's almost impossible to know unless you're actually doing it. You're saying if she stole your art, shouldn't you? And her and this other person, Delilah, stealing, that's not it. That's not it. It's just followed by people that she's helping train, and she's having them do work with AI like she does herself on that account. She could have just checked with me to clear things. I did not even know she had been sending my art in DMs. Oh my goodness, this is so much. So I'm just going to read it off, and I'm going to just read off the screenshots, and you guys can watch me draw or play a game or whatever I've decided to put on screen. I did not know she was sending my art in DMs. She has made her account private. I cannot even see her threads. She has blocked me. Can I ask how you figured out that this was a software house? My instincts. I have been an artist for so long. The way the style changes and everything. I'm saying it again. Bookish is not my interest, not my community. And now they'll accuse me wrongly, and I need a public apology. She told everyone in the last slide that anyone who wants to learn art from me should be thinking twice, which may hurt my future goals being an educator. See? Okay. So this is the problem with what she's saying, okay? Just hear me out. She said being an educator is free. She has said it multiple times that being an educator is free. It doesn't, like, she's not doing anything that will get her money other than posting on the internet. The reason why she knows it's a software house is because she is part of the software house. And if people want to come to her for art help, she's just going to put them underneath her and have them do commissions for her. I am sure that's how she's doing it. Why didn't you speak out about this last week when you were suspected? You literally talked about it in your broadcast channel and then did nothing. She goes, I wasn't so sure, and I'm not sure now. I was not sure. How can I say something about someone and not be sure? And Nello says, yeah, exactly. So why did you do it then? And yeah, the PayPal situation, we don't even have PayPal here. We have Services Legal, where we can borrow their PayPal and then give them a percentage. And the person goes, you told me that you did not look into her, that you did not know she was using your work. Then in your broadcast channel last week, you said you looked into her, decided that she was using AI, and that you, ooh girl, you got it. And then you suspected that it was not just one person, but a software company. Do you listen to that to yourself, or did you transcribe and translate it? I do understand that. I'm not focused on the PayPal stuff. I'm the victim here, is what Raabie says. I had it translated by someone who speaks it. I was chilling, and then Raabie says, I was chilling, having a great day. I was out with my husband, and I started getting calls from everyone I know who does art in Pakistan. Girl, stop it. You are not getting calls from everyone who lives in Pakistan who does art. You're being very dramatic. And they said this. They are accusing you of some Delilah. And I chuckled. Like what? Who? And then when I read the post, you can imagine my high blood pressure had to sit down. I did not say 100% sure this is a software house. I said I looked into the art, and yes, it was AI. I also said I use AI too, but for research and handling social media, not in my art. Like, come on, I can draw. My art style is so pretty and whimsy. I'm asking why you just sat on that information of them being a scammer, and now you're getting roped into it. and are mad that people connected the dots. So Raabie wants to apologize and clear her name and delete the pose and expose Delilah or whatever. She goes, you also mentioned on your Instagram posts that you've worked with software houses in the past. Oh my God, I was fucking right. That authors are where the money is at. That you can make money off commissions in the bookish community. So I'm not really sure what you're saying. You don't do character art. And he goes, I'm saying it again. I did not know for sure. I did not want to say it was a Pakistani or an Indian because I'm a public figure, right? People who are already scammers will not think about hurting me or my child. Dude, no one's coming for your kid. I live here. My life can be in danger. I have worked with them in the past, and there's nothing wrong with reputable software houses who employ artists. I will not deny that. I've never worked with scammers. Yes, I wish commissions to do some trad sketches for someone who promised to pay me but did not. Also, this video is going to be so damn long that I think I'm going to cut it up into two. So if you're here by now, after I read this last page, I'm going to make a second video and I'm going to put it up as a part 2 because I'm not going to make you guys watch Lord of the Rings fucking drama from a scammer. Anyway, let's see. And my voice is bothering me, so I'm going to need some time. So it says the whole community is on my back, and I'm not furious at you right now. I'm more furious that the person who actually stole my stuff did not pay me and dragged me into all this. I'm going to run a whole campaign signing that person in my contact list because I know so many people and they watch my status. And the other person says, I encourage you to make a video, call up a scammer and clear your name. Unfortunately, she's using your videos. It looks bad and I can only help so much. And Raabie says, my students need explanations. I just launched a free membership because people here can't afford shit. Okay, this is post-editing Nimbus, and I was messaged by somebody over on Threads, and they told me that it was somebody who was able to translate because they speak the language of like the discussion that she was having. That's like one of those group discussions that's live on Instagram. So they sent me this thing here because she says that she doesn't charge anybody for her services. But right here, it says, Raabie has just posted a long tirade explaining the traditional art stuff. What I picked from it is she mentioned that she does this coaching thing for free. I told you above that she's charging $75K for 3 months of mentorship. And I wanted to comment on it, but I'm too chicken shit. So what I believe now is that Delilah and Raabie are friends or known each other because Raabie worked under, not Raabie, but Delilah, the man guy, worked beneath Delilah, then made his own account. And then because he wanted to prove himself, he probably stole her work from WhatsApp and posted it up. And then when Delilah got called out, they had to pretend like they didn't know each other, which was really cringy. But so she does charge people. So her saying that she's making money off of other people. I'm not going to make any money from this. I don't get direct clients from this account. That's a lie because I saw you say you had a $250 commission. And then you were bragging about how much money you made. And then the other person says, but you can clear your name. I will push that out on Threads as much as I can. Well, make sure she deletes her posts or make an updated post saying that she may be wrong or some stuff. You can actually make a thread post now and say you don't think we are the same person. And the other person says, I can't make her do anything. She does know that I've been talking to you and I know she'd post a correction if it was proven she was wrong. So Raabie says, an apology won't make anyone big or small. And hey, if there's anything related to my race and religion, that is the main driver. So it will be bad. If I can reach 300K, I can reach 3 million too, and I don't want an outrage or anything. If that was unintentional, I forgive you. If that was personal, it will be so bad. And the person's like, I'm confused. So Raabie says, I really hope she just did not target me because I'm a Pakistani influencer with practicing Muslim. Oh, come on. Literally nobody gives a shit if you're like Pakistani or Indian or whatever the fuck. Nobody cares that you're Muslim. Literally nobody, dude. Nobody has ever cared. Like online, like I will say, like, this is the thing, like online, people care less about your nationality, your fucking race, they care less about that and more like what you do online. Okay. It's weird because at the same time, someone will be racist to you. But it'll be like a spam troll account. It won't be like real accounts. Also, please stop people cussing and harassing me. I'm being bullied continuously. And the other person says, that is not at all in any shape or what form is happening here. This has nothing to do with you or who you are or where you come from. You were connected because of the videos matching and art matching, the desk and all the things. That's it. Okay, so for now, I am going to end this video and we are going to pick up in the... I'm going to release these videos one day apart. So you guys can have more video. Don't worry, I'll put out another video so you can guys get a different flavor. I'm not going to kill you guys with this. So yeah, here is the drama. And so far we have that Raabie is outing herself as a software house and probably using artists that are newer underneath her and they're just tracing AI for her. Yep, that's what I think is happening here. So we will get into the other 11 slides when I come back. And I record the rest tomorrow. And if you haven't, please subscribe. I put so much work into these videos. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.